Contenders, I'm your host, Peg Young. Recent research shows that when you're doing something fun, your brain actually doesn't spend much energy counting time, so you lose track of time when you're doing something fun. Hopefully, you'll lose track of time with us today for the Contenders. Thank you for joining us. Let's welcome today's Contenders onto our stage. Thanks for joining us. We have the Chingu team, David Norris and Annette Anselm. Chingu means friend in Korean. So I suppose you guys are friends?
Yeah.
Yes, we are friends, and we were introduced by a mutual friend, Andreas. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
And we're here to make new friends and to have fun.
All right. Hopefully you'll do both things today.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Going against the Chingu team, we have the Kodiak team, Gabriel Flacks and Lisa Lamantia. So Kodiak is the name of your family dog.
Yes, a small chow chow that lives on Cape Cod with my family.
And it's also the name of a bear?
Yes, a large violent bear. Thought it was an appropriate team name.
Aha, you might frighten your Chingu team. Well, good luck to both Kodiak and Chingu teams today. And now, to begin our game, we have 10 multiple-choice questions. And if you get all 10 of them correct, we get to give you 50 bonus points. Hopefully, both teams will end up getting the 50 bonus points. You can use chance once. If you call out chance, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices, make things easy on you. Now, Chingu, you have a choice of question sets Q, U, I, and Z. Which would you like to have?
We'll go with I.
All right, we will go with question set I, number 1. Of the following, in Korea, on which day are carnations given? 1. May Day. 2. Children's Day. 3. Parents' Day. 4. Buddha's birthday.
3, Parents' Day.
Children give carnations to parents.
Okay.
Glad for your partner.
Yeah.
I'm going to question 2. Of the following, which is a request by an audience for further performance? 1. Recall. 2. Bravo. 3. Touch. 4. Encore.
4. Encore.
Question set 3. Question 3. Of the following, how often does the election for the National Assembly take place in Korea? 1. Every year. 2. Every 3 years. 4. Every 4 years. 3. Every 4 years. 4. Every 7 years.
We'll do the chance.
If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
Chance.
3 every 4 years.
And is there a reason why you're saving your chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was more confident than I was on that one.
And going to question 4. Of the following, which is an incorrect step in making wine? 1. Grapes are crushed. 2. Grapes are mixed with water. 3. Evaporation. 4. Fermentation.
Say number 2. What do you think? We'll take a chance.
Once
Take a
again, you
chance.
can use chance.
Chance.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and make things easier on you. Chingu,
Yeah.
final selection, please.
2.
Yes. There's no water used for making wine. Question number 5. Of the following American writers, which is not a noted poet? 1. Robert Frost. 2. Walt Whitman. 3. Henry James. 4. Edgar Allan Poe.
3. Henry James.
Doing well. We go to question 6. Of the following, which desert is known to be the origin of Asian dust or yellow dust? 1. Taklamakan. 2. Gobi. 3. Sahara. 4. Kalahari.
2. Gobi.
Question 7. Of the following, Which does a typical shark go through more than 30,000 times during its life? 1. Sleeping. 2. Losing a tooth. 3. Eating. 4. Rising to the surface for air.
It's a 3. They never sleep.
30,000 times. Losing a tooth.
You gonna lose a tooth?
I don't know.
Let's go.
I would go with this one.
Final answer, please, Chingu team.
2.
I don't think it's 2.
2. Lose a tooth.
Yes. Question number 8. Of the following, which event is completed last in a triathlon? 1. Running. 2. Climbing. 3. Swimming. 4. Cycling.
Which is it?
I think it's running.
You think running?
Yeah. 1. Running.
Right.
Moving on to question 9. Of the following, which film did Alfred Hitchcock make twice? 1. Suspicion. 2. The Man Who Knew Too Much. 3. Frenzy. 4. Sabotage.
Oh, man. Do I guess 4?
I would guess 2.
2. The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Very good guess. Chingu team, you are now 1 question away from earning those 50 bonus points. Question number 10. Of the following, the word tattoo originated in which language? 1. Tahitian. 2. Hindu. 3. Arabic. 4. Chinese.
Which is it?
I think it's from the South Pacific.
So Tahitian.
I think so.
Tahitian, number 1.
And with that, you have the 50 bonus points. Congratulations. Chingu, you were very nervous before coming onto the stage. Now, how do you feel?
Still nervous.
We're still nervous, too. There's many more
Well, we
segments.
wouldn't know
ahead.
it by watching your performance. Very good. And congratulations on your 150 bonus points. And now, Kodiak team, it is your turn to choose Q, U, or Z sets.
With Q?
Q.
Q.
All right, question set Q, number 1. Of the following, May Day is which day of May? 1, 1, 2, 5, or 5th, 3, 15th, 4, 31st.
I believe it's A. May
Which was-
1st.
Yes. I paused there because we give you numbered answers and you said A, so
Sorry about that.
we go to question 2. Of the following, who is the person that has to do with the curse of the Boston Red Sox? 1. Carl Mays. 2. Joe DiMaggio. 3. Ted Williams. 4. Babe Ruth.
It's Babe Ruth. I'm a Red Sox fan, though.
We'll reverse the curse.
Moving on to question 3. Of the following, which masterpiece by Orson Welles premiered on May 1st, 1941? 1. The Stranger. 2. A Touch of Evil. 3. The War of the Worlds. 4. Citizen Kane.
4.
Yeah.
4?
Question 4. Of the following, which flower has to do with Yeouido in Seoul and the tidal basin in Washington, D.C.? 1. Morning Glory. 2. Forsythia. 3. Cherry Blossom. 4. Rose.
Number 3?
And Kodiak team, did you get a chance to see the blossoms in Seoul?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
all
you
over.
took a little walk.
Yep.
It's very beautiful.
Have you ever taken the walk in Washington, D.C. as well?
No.
I have, but I didn't notice the cherry blossoms when I was there.
I see. All right, moving on to question 5. Of the following, which is the main food of whale sharks? 1. Shellfish. 2. Plankton. 3. Crab. 4. Human being.
I think it's 2. I think it's 2. Okay. 2?
Good choice. It is a huge shark that feeds on plankton. Go to question 6. Of the following sentence has to do with which theory? Quote, from each according to his abilities, to each according to his needs. 1. Fascism. 2. Communism. 3. Capitalism. 4. Federalism.
Probably 2.
Final answer?
Number 2.
Very good. Created by Karl Marx. Moving on to question 7. Of the following, the Luxembourg Garden is found in which city? 1. Amsterdam. 2. Paris. 3. Hamburg. 4. London.
So we'll have to chance.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now we need your final
Since
answer.
it's English, you want to say 4?
4. London.
Actually, it's Paris, in which this is found. You end the section with 60 points. However, we have much of the quiz ahead. You have to look forward to that. And Chingu, you end the section ahead at 150 points. And now we head on into our password section. This is where we get to see how well you work together as a team. We give you 20 words in a pre-chosen category. You are given 100 seconds to go through the entire list. You're not to use any of the words or phrases that we give you on this board unless it is in parentheses. Chingu, it is your turn first. Your category is colors in music. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Christmas. Jingle.
Silver bells.
St. Patrick's Parade.
Crimson and Clover.
24-hour segment.
Green Day.
It's another way of saying black, white. We all
Ebony
know.
and Ivory.
Thank you. Gochujang.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
We all live
And a
in
yellow submarine.
Soul singer, not Al Green.
Barry White.
Vanessa Williams.
Colors in the wind. Colors of the wind.
Yes. Will Smith, Independence Day.
Men in Black.
Old British rocker, Dark Side of the Moon.
Pink Floyd.
Where the Sea Meets the Sky.
The sea meets the sky. Blue Mountains. Mountains.
Pass.
All right.
Opposite of black.
White.
Woman's name, Kay.
Kate White.
No. Pass.
Pass.
She wore an.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
Yep. Krista Berg.
Lady in Red.
Fabric,
Blue
not
velvet.
white, not blue. Fabric.
Black. 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 What?
Fabric.
Black fabric. Black velvet.
Yes.
Oh.
Glad you got to Black Velvet. And
Well, we practiced.
Karen White is the R&B artist we
Yes.
had in your list. You passed on
not
Beyond
done
the
that.
Blue Horizon as well. And we enjoyed gochujang, which is Korean hot red pepper paste. And also your dress is very beautiful.
Thank you.
A modernized version of the hanbok, which is the traditional Korean clothing. Well, you have 270 points on the board. And Kodiak, it's your turn. Your category is Mel Gibson. And is he your favorite actor?
No.
Are you ready for the category?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Not Men,
Woman.
and movie where he,
What Women Want.
the actor in Lethal Weapon with him.
Daniel Glover. Danny Glover.
The year after 1955.
1956.
What he yells when he's being killed in Braveheart. Not being slaved.
Freedom.
The country he's from.
Australia.
The movie we saw in Angels.
Mad Max.
The movie that recently came out, Controversy.
The Passion of the Christ.
His character in Lethal Weapon. Pass. Not always old.
Young. Forever Young.
His company, someone who's famous, is also a pass. Movie about the Indian cartoon. She was married.
Pocahontas.
He was rated by People the
Sexiest Man Alive.
This is what you pay for someone who's kidnapped.
Ransom.
A red bird. A red bird. It comes out in spring. Red breast. Not less.
More.
And a red bird. Pass. A person who has not this.
Man Without a Face.
Robin Moore was the name of his wife. Robin is the red bird that he was referring to. Icon Productions is the name of his company, and the character he played in Lethal Weapon was Martin Riggs. You end the section with 180 points. Chingu, you remain in the lead with 270. And now let's welcome Mr. David Wong onto our stage.
Going on?
I like your outfit.
Thank you very much. Very springy. I'm happy to be wearing it. Chingu, Kodiak. Welcome to our show. It's been a great game so far. I'm really looking forward to the next couple rounds. Speaking of the next couple rounds, would you like to hear the rules for this next round?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. This is a series of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. Now, if that team gets it wrong, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, if both of you guys cannot get the answer right, we're going to help you out with the help of a spelling hint. There's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, and you have 5 seconds to answer each one. Got it?
Yep.
And please wait for me to call out your team names before you share your answer with us. So let's have question number 1.
All right, question number 1 is about names. Blank Manufacturing Co. and DDM Italia, which makes handbags, belts, and wallets, have battled in court over the use of this name. A year ago, the former trademark was well known for its rectangular-shaped cigarette lighters, of which more than...
Kodiak.
Zippo? Zippo?
Yes. And with that, you're catching up, 210 versus Chingu's 270. And let me remind you once again, please wait for me to call out your team name before you share your answer with us. Let's move on to question 2.
All right, question number 2 is about religion. Though carbon dating performed in 1988 suggested that the Turin Shroud dates from between 1260 and 1390, it has now been showing its face again these days. The shroud is the supposed burial cloth of this Jewish religious...
Chingu.
Jesus Christ.
Question 3.
Question number 3 is about characters. On April 10th, a scientist celebrated...
Kodiak.
Yoda?
Yes. And Kodiak, you are catching up, 240 versus Chingu's lead of 300 points. Let's move on to question 4.
All right, question number 4 is about titles. Rennie Harlin was brought in to direct the second version of this movie, which is due to reach cinemas later this year. Director Paul Schrader was sacked by the studio, which said his prequel left out the blood and guts that made the original film famous. It was deemed one of the most scariest movies ever. What is the title of this?
Kodiak.
The Exorcist?
Yes. And Kodiak, you're just one answer behind Chingu's lead. And what was your favorite scene in The Exorcist?
You have a favorite scene there?
Probably the spinning head.
Yeah, mine too.
Spinning head is quite scary.
It is.
Moving on to the next question.
All right, moving on to question number 5 is about environment. This island's ice sheet could disappear within the next 1,000 years if global warming continues at its present rate.
Kodiak.
Antarctica.
Chingu, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Scientists believe that if the ice cap melts, global average sea level will rise about 7 meters. This is the largest island in the world. What is this?
Chingu.
What is Greenland?
And you don't have to put your answer in question form. All right.
Yeah, I don't care.
Next question, please.
Jeopardy has a powerful influence in this world. All right, question number 6 is about animals. The discovery of this animal buried with its owner.
Kodiak.
Cat.
Yes. Now, we know, Kodiak, that you have a dog at home. Do you also have a cat?
No. No.
You're a dog person.
Dog person, exactly.
Moving on to question 7.
Yeah, personally, I love cats, but I'm allergic to them so badly that if I'm within a vicinity of a cat, I'll like break out in like runny nose and
Really?
sneezing. Yeah, it's horrible. But I really love cats. They're so like, they take care of themselves. You don't have to do anything. And they're cute and cuddly and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, though, all right. It's sad. I wish I had a cure for my cat allergy. All right, moving on. Question number 7 is
Question
about,
7.
yes, companies. This company has unveiled new chips made for future phones and handheld computers. The Bolverde chips makes more detailed graphics possible to make games look and play better on small devices. This is the world's
Chingu.
Samsung.
Kodiak, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
This is the world's largest chip maker. What is this?
Kodiak, 5 seconds. Kodiak?
Microsoft.
Why don't we take a look at the hint? And it'll make things easier. Kodiak.
Intel.
And I understand for that question it was a battle of the buzzers. The set isn't broken, is it? All right. The score is now tied even at 330. Very close game. Let's see what happens with our next question.
Told you, exciting game. Question number 8 is about person. This person announced that the 2002
Chingu.
Arnold Palmer.
Are you a golfer?
No, but I did watch the Masters this time.
And was it impressive?
It was the best one I've seen.
And Chingu, once again, you've moved into the lead. Let's go on to question 9.
I second that, by the way. This Masters was awesome with Phil Mickelson
Yeah.
winning his first Masters
Last
in
shot.
first major in 42 tries or something like that. So anyways, though, moving on to question number 9 is about politics. This organization has accused the UN of dragging its feet in bringing Indonesian officers to justice for the army-backed militia atrocities in East Timor in 1999. Indonesia invaded the former Portuguese colony in 1975. This is a human rights organization.
Kodiak.
The UN.
Chingu, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
What is this?
Chingu, 5 seconds. Chingu.
Amnesty International.
Yes. And the score is now at 390 versus Kodiak's 330. Let's move on to question 10.
Question 10 is about countries. A census suggests that now less than 90% of the population in this country call themselves Roman Catholic. For the first time since the independence from Britain, the numbers of the main Protestant denominations have grown. It is still one of Europe's most observant Catholic countries.
Chingu.
What is Ireland? Or Ireland?
And Jeopardy has left its mark. Good, you got the answer. And Kodiak, I encourage you to buzz in quickly to go against the Chingu team. It's a very close game still. Let's move on to question 11.
Question number 11 is about events. In Spain, some say that while the trains and buses may be late, this never is. It is traditionally beginning at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Recently,
친구.
Siesta.
No, it's earlier in the day.
Kodiak, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
recently, Barcelona voted to ban this, a sport which has for those for and against it lined up on either side of the animal cruelty debate.
Kodiak.
Bullfighting?
And Kodiak, you're catching up once again. We go to question 12.
Question number 12 is about health. The sticky plaster device conceals a tiny pump. The device would help allow diabetics to lead a normal life. It can continuously administer the correct amount of this.
친구.
Insulin.
Yes. Moving on to question 13.
Question number 13 is about astronomy. The Cassini spacecraft has caught 2 huge swirling storms in the act of merging on this planet. Cassini will enter orbit around this planet when it arrives there on July 1st, 2004. It will release its piggybacked Huygens probe about 6 months later for descent through the thick atmosphere of the planet's moon, Titan.
Kodiak.
Venus.
Out of time, sorry. 친구, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
What is this?
친구, 5 seconds.
Mars.
친구.
Mars.
Let's take a look at the hint. Kodiak.
Saturn.
Yes. We've come to question number 14.
All right, question number 14 is about peoples. Moderate blank politicians called on separatist group ETA to lay down its arms amid speculation of a ceasefire. They wanted talks with the new Spanish government. This is a member of a people of unknown origin living in the Western Pyrenees, in northeastern Spain and southwestern France.
친구.
Basque.
Busk.
Yes. And we've come to our last question.
All right, last question number 15 is about awards. The Los Angeles Times captured 5 prizes for coverage ranging from devastating wildfires in its
Kodiak.
Pulitzer.
Yes. And it was a very, very close game. But 친구, you get to go into the finals. Congratulations. Kodiak, what do you want to say to your supporters?
Go Red Sox. Thanks for supporting us.
All right, it was great having you on our show.
Thank you.
And 친구 team, you get to go face the Whitlams. They're going for their 4th win. How do you feel?
We feel good, and we just want to say you guys did well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're excited.
All right, we'll be back with the 친구 team right after this. Final stage, let's welcome back the Whitlams team. It's great to see you guys again, Scott Nepple and Ryan Hatcher. This is your attempt at win number 4 in a row. So, how are you feeling?
I think it's going to be a tough one, but we'll do our best.
All right. And Chingu and Whitlams, we wish you luck. Let's begin our final section. In our final section, we give you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each. They are ranked in difficulty, 10 to 50 points. You can choose the next question if you get the previous question correct. And what are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are words, books in books, art on walls, world wonders, and men in physics.
And I will choose words, 10 points to begin. In 1939, when the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act was passed in the U.S., this was classified as a food, and rightly so. The U.S. is a major producer, exporter, and consumer of this. Approximately 2/3 of a stick of it is swallowed and enters.
Gum.
Whitlams.
Gum.
It is the sticky candy that is to be chewed and not swallowed, and it's made of chicle flavorings, corn syrup, or artificial sweeteners. And Whitlams, you're on the board, you get to choose.
Words for 20.
Words, 20 points. There, the Franks first appeared in the 3rd century. The Carolingian dynasty had its roots at Herstal. After the divisions of Charlemagne's empire, this country became part of Lotharingia and later of the Duchy of Lower Lorraine, which occupied all but the western part of the Low Countries. This is a constitutional Chingu.
Belgium.
Yes. And it derives its name from the Belgae, an ancient Celtic tribe. Chingu, you have moved ahead with that answer and you get to choose.
World Wonders, 10.
World Wonders, 10 points.
Bramante was entrusted in 1506 with the construction of the new St. Peter's Basilica, the renovation completed by Raphael in 1519. In 1546, Michelangelo started planning the complex of the 3 apses and the dome. Finally, it was consecrated in 1626 after more than a century of planning and building. Now, St. Peter's Basilica is the centerpiece of this smallest independent.
Whitlams.
Vatican City?
Yes. It is the smallest independent country in the world. Whitlams, the score is tied and you get to choose.
We'll stick with words for 30.
All right. Words, 30 points. This presented by Austria to Serbia on July 23, 1914, was the immediate cause of World War I. Adolf Hitler also presented several ones to Czechoslovakia and Poland in the year before Chingu.
Ultimatums?
Yes. This is the discriminative term submitted by one disputed nation to the other for immediate acceptance or rejection. It is the final demand, and Chingu, you get to choose.
World Wonder, 20.
World Wonders, 20 points.
Yeah.
This was designated as a World Cultural Heritage Site in 1978 by UNESCO. For centuries, the Anasazi, which comes from the Navajo word that means ancient, lived on top of cliffs. But by about 1200, they began building their settlements in eroded alcoves beneath the rims. They are the most notable and best preserved in the U.S.
Whitlams.
Mesa Verde?
Yes. They are the cave-like cliff dwellings in the Colorado area, and Whitlams, you get to choose.
I'll stick with words for 40.
Words, 40 points. This was originally the central court or main room of an ancient Roman house. This type of large forecourt is a characteristic element of the Muslim mosque. The term also refers to a modern building's central court, and often Whitlams.
Atrium?
Yes. Open inner courtyard. And Whitlams, you are in the lead now, you get to choose.
Words for 50, please.
Closing the category, words, 50 points. Founded in 1947 by 4 legendary image makers Henri Cartier-Bresson, Robert Capa, George Roger, and David Seymour, this has been home to the finest documentary photographers for over 50 years. The agency developed a style of photojournalism that was largely based upon the capability of the Leica 35mm camera. This is the world's most prestigious photographic agency, some say. What is this? I'm going to practically give it away. It's a 2-syllable word, and it's also a wine bottle that holds approximately 1.5 liters. I think we've seen this as a name for a gun. Chingu.
Magnum.
Yes. And with that, Chingu, you have captured the lead. You get to choose.
Oh, let's stay with World Wonders, see what happens.
World Wonders. 30 points?
Yes, ma'am.
30 points.
Here we go, 30 points. The internet pushes life beyond the old physical barriers of time and space. William Gibson is sometimes credited with inventing this term by using it in his novel of 1984, Neuromancer. Here you can roam around the world without leaving home, make new friends.
Chingu.
The virtual world.
Whitlams, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Communicate with astronauts as they circle the Earth, a virtual travel, virtual love, a new reality. This is an imagined place without regard to physical.
Whitlams.
Cyberspace?
Yes. And Whitlams, you have captured the lead. It's going back and forth between the two teams. It's a very exciting game. You get to choose, Whitlams.
World Wonders for 40, please.
World Wonders, 40 points.
40 points it is. Maurice Glaze remained the most comprehensive of the guidebooks and dedicated to one of the most fabled architectural ensembles in the world. This is utterly transforming. The jungle and the ruins intertwine in beautiful and...
Whitlams.
Machu Picchu?
Chingu, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Intertwine in beautiful and mysterious harmony. Watching the sunset from the top has to be one of the most extraordinary experiences. This stone structure in central Cambodia is the largest temple complex in the world. What is this?
Chingu.
Angkor Wat.
Yes. Jumped the gun a little bit, Whitlam's team, but Chingu, you get to choose.
Let's finish up World Wonders, 50, please.
Closing the category, World Wonders, 50 points.
This ancient city was first established sometime around the 6th century BC by the Nabatean Arabs. In Greek, it means city of rock. All that remains are numerous structures and tombs carved into rose red sandstone.
Whitlams.
Petropolis?
And it is the entrance to this ancient city, what is now southwestern Jordan, and it is also where Indiana Jones and Last Crusade was filmed. And Whitlams, you're in the lead again. You get to choose.
Men in Physics for 10.
Men in Physics, 10 points.
Hello, I'm Jang Chung-seok of KAIST Department of Physics. These days, you'll often see books about science that are easy to read. If you take interest in these books from a young age, you will learn that science isn't all that difficult as it seems to be. Science, after all, is making our lives easier and more fun. Today's questions are also about the effort of scientists who spent their lives for the advancement of mankind. Good luck. Archimedes is credited with many inventions, such as the compound pulley, which was used to build a giant catapult in the defense of Syracuse against Rome. After the capture of Syracuse, he was killed by a Roman soldier who found him drawing a mathematical diagram in the sand. After discovering his famous principle, legend has it that he ran naked around the street.
Whitlams.
Eureka.
Yes, it is Eureka. And apparently he was in the bath. He jumped into it and realized the water. He had displaced the water from his tub and he yelled Eureka naked through the streets. Would you ever be that excited by a discovery, do you think?
I have several times.
Really? Running naked through the streets?
In Korea, too.
Yelling Eureka as well?
No, I didn't do it.
All right. Whitlams, you get to
Yeah,
choose.
let's simmer down now, people. This is a
No
family
naked
program
stuff here.
now.
No naked stuff here.
Whitlams, what is your choice?
Men in Physics for 20.
All right, Men in Physics, 20 points.
This person was reluctant to share his research with other scientists for fear they would take credit for his discoveries. He invented the branch of mathematics called calculus and performed experiments investigating the nature of light and color.
Whitlams.
Newton.
Yes, Sir Isaac Newton. And the falling apple gave him his inspiration. And Chingu, since the Whitlams have more experience with a buzzer, you'll have to take the risk and buzzing quickly to go against them.
Okay.
And Whitlams, what is your choice?
Men in physics for 30, please.
Okay, men in physics, 30 points.
On July 16, 1945, the world entered the nuclear age with the detonation of the first atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In the early 20th century, several physicists helped create the atomic bomb. They were immigrants and had a first-hand knowledge of Adolf Hitler's oppression and thirst for atomic power. This was the code name for the US effort during World War II.
Whitlams.
The Manhattan Project?
Yes, and it was named after the district in New York City where much of the early research was done. And you get to choose.
We'll stay with men in physics for 40 points.
Men in physics, 40 points.
Rudolf Clausius' first and most famous paper on the mechanical theory of heat was published in 1850. It contained the second law of thermodynamics, namely that heat tends to flow from hot to cold bodies. Later, he has deliberately coined this word to be similar to energy.
Chingu.
Synergy?
Whitlams, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
These are so analogous in their physical significance. He proposed to use the notation S for this. After the Greek word transformation, what is this?
Whitlams, 5 seconds. We do use this word in non-scientific ways. Now let's see. In physics, it is a measure of the energy in a system or process that is unavailable to do work. 3 syllables. Chingu.
Synthesis?
Whitlams, 5 seconds. Entropy. Entropy was the answer we were going for.
Never would have gotten.
That makes you feel better, though, doesn't it?
At least I buzzed.
Why don't we go with Art on Walls, 10 points. In 2000, Sega gathered 5 artists in San Francisco to compete for a $5,000 prize in their contest to promote its new game. The game's character rides a skateboard and paints on city buildings while evading the police. Actually, with the invention of the spray can in the late 1900s, writing on walls took on a different form and meaning. Raw in execution and Whitlams.
Graffiti?
Yes. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Let's finish the physics category, men in physics for 50.
Closing the category, men in physics, 50 points.
There are 4 father and son pairs who have won the Nobel Prize in physics. They are Thomson, Bragg, Zygmunt, and this pair. This Danish physicist won the Nobel Prize in physics in 1922.
Whitlams.
Niels Bohr?
Yes. The element bohrium was named in honor of Bohr and his model of the atom, which states that electrons in an atom are arranged in shells around the atom's nucleus, was a very important statement. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Art on Walls for 20.
Art on Walls, 20 points. This painting began to deteriorate after it was finished in 1498. Whitlams.
The Last Supper?
Yes. And it is Leo da Vinci's painting that is on the wall of a monastery. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Art on Walls for 30, please.
Art on Walls, 30 points. Of obscure origin, this is first recorded at Bayeux in 1476. It is a masterpiece of Romantic art, which was miraculously preserved in a very good state until today. The famous Lady and the Unicorn was woven towards 1500 in the Flanders. This entirety, composed of 6, was discovered in 1841. this is a wall hanging or carpet? Whitlams.
Tapestry?
Yes. It is woven in a special tapestry technique. And Chingu, I encourage you to buzz in. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Art on walls for 40, please.
Art on walls, 40 points. At the beginning of the 1980s, on the Berlin Wall, the people wrote their names, then words or phrases, mostly political slogans, then came paintings. Thus, they became a tourist attraction. Russian artist Dmitry Vrubel gained fame with his mural, The Mortal Kiss, featuring the former Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev and this person. He was a former East German communist leader from 1971 to 1989. Who is this? We've seen his name mentioned in movies. Five seconds. Whitlams.
Schroeder?
Chingu, 5 seconds. We're looking for Erich Honecker. Why don't we go with books in books? 10 points.
All right, books in books, 10 points. Upon the distinction between the ashes of the various tobaccos, Chaldean roots in the ancient Cornish language, practical book of bee culture, and with some observations upon the segregation of the queen. These fictional books are all written by one person. His subjects include forensics.
Whitlams.
Arthur Conan Doyle?
Chingu, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Include forensics, philology, and natural history. Real-life author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle created this great fictional detective as a prolific writer. Who is this?
Chingu, 5 seconds. Chingu?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. Whitlams, you jumped the gun. We gave you that in the hint. And Chingu, you get to choose.
Let's stay with books and books for 20.
Books in books, 20 points.
In this book, fictional author D.B. Caulfield used to be a real writer. He wrote The Secret Goldfish, but a move to Hollywood disappointed the writer's younger brother. This younger brother and this book's protagonist, Holden Caulfield.
Whitlams.
Catcher in the Rye?
Yes. J.D. Salinger's famous novel. And Whitlams, you get to choose.
Art on walls for 50, please.
Closing the category, art on walls, 50 points. In the 1930s, this person was asked to paint a big mural at the Rockefeller Center in New York. But it was destroyed because of the inclusion of a portrait of Whitlams.
Diego Rivera?
Yes. And he was the husband of the famous Frida Kahlo. And you get to choose, Whitlams.
Books and books for 30?
Books and books, 30 points.
This fictional author wrote The Duke's Daughter, A Phantom Hand, and The Curse of the Coventrys. Works paid the butcher's bill, put down a new carpet, and proved the blessing in the way of groceries. She began to feel herself a power in the house, for by the magic of a pen, her rubbish turned into comforts for them all. She is the second daughter in Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Who is this?
This is the famous sister. She's called by the shortened, it's a name that can be called to boys and girls, and their last name is also the name of a month. 5 seconds, both teams. A month. 5 seconds. Whitlams.
Liza May?
Good try. Chingu, 5 seconds. Jo March. Josephine March was the name we were going for. Why don't we go with books and books, 40 points.
For 40 points, In erstwhile fictional work A Blank Through the Ages, would one, it turns out, be able to find the fictional biography He Flew Like a Madman, the fictional play À l'âge je me suis transfiguré les pieds, and the fictional history The Noble Sport of Warlocks. In 2001, the author actually released the book Blank. This is a fictional game played in midair, coined by J.K. Rowling in her novel Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. What is this?
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is the big sports game that they play. The major sport of the kids. Whitlams.
Witch jousting.
Chingu, 5 seconds.
Rattle brooms to do it.
Chingu?
She just told me to buzz.
All right.
Don't sell her out like that.
They ride brooms.
You
I
might
just
have
can't
caught
get
this in the movies, the movie poster, if you're not familiar with the book itself. Starts with a Q. 5 seconds.
Quidditch.
Chingu.
Quidditch.
Yes, it is Quidditch. And we have just one left on the board. Books and books, 50 points.
All right, last question. This real-life author is best known for his novels, which are often complex and feature elements of history and philosophy. He invented 2 Italian fictional authors, De Amicis and Milo Temesvar. The former's Chronicles of the Zodiac is mentioned in Foucault's Pendulum, and the latter's on the use of mirrors in the game of chess in The Name of the Rose. Their creator is an Italian writer and literary scholar.
Whitlams.
Umberto Eco.
Yes. And with that, congratulations, Whitlams. You win 4 times in a row.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Chingu, it is always very tough to go against a team that has won before because they are more used to our system and our questions. You put up a very good fight today. It was a fun game. What do you want to say to your supporters?
They smoked us.
Congratulations to the Whitlams and to my family, friends, or family's friends, students. It was fun to be here.
Thank you very
yes.
much for joining us. And Whitlams teams, you now have tickets to Southeast Asia. Are you satisfied, or do you want to go for more?
Well, we're satisfied, but we'll also go for more.
You can go see Angkor Wat now.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So the Whitlams have won again. Let's see what happens with them next week. Join us again then. Bye-bye.